looks like they got everything out of the closet. But you can see the lights on right now on the auxiliary. A good bit of the work done here. Shoe racks are right here in front of me. We got our island right in front of me here that we need to build from IKEA. I got my power all tied in up there, and I got my electrical box mounted. I got these lights installed after doing 2 hours worth of wiring, and I found out that these have been going out for a while. This one up here. All right, the installation is done. I made a complete mess. Let's just go one by one. I'm gonna go ahead and go one by one and rename all these. So what you're looking at here is a picture of my old closet. Before anything happened and before I had all the shoe racks, I was actually installing shoe racks in this video. So this is pre-closet makeover right here on Supercar Street Racing. All right, it looks like they got everything out of the closet. It's very echoey in here, but you can see the plans for each wall up here on the wall itself. But this is what it looks like mid-stream of doing this nice closet system. They have all the trim out already, and they've got all the old shelves out. So now they're going to bring in the new system and go ahead and cover all of this up. So guys, right here you can see the start of my closet installation. Basically, I am working on the lighting in the ceiling first. Lumary sponsored this project with their awesome AI lighting, and it is RGB recessed. It does white and all the colors around the ring. They look pretty cool. Check this out while I install all this. Basically, like that. And that thing's supposed to keep it from moving, but it's very loose. Now what you're seeing right here is basically me replacing my old can lights with some brand new Lumary AI RGB lights. So in order to do that, the holes were actually too small. So I had to take a plug and put it onto the hole saw to keep the hole saw from wobbling. If you don't have anything for the center bit to bite onto, you cannot use the hole saw on an old hole. So it's a cool hack. You just make a plug the same size as the hole that already exists. You put it on the actual hole saw, and then that will guide you right up through the hole. Check it out. Okay, me and Tony just installed these 4 Lumary RGB lights in the ceiling, and now we have to go into the Lumary app and add them one by one. Okay, so when we first powered up these Lumary RGB smart lights, they were flashing. Some of them were flashing slow, some were flashing fast. Now they're solid colors. So basically when you turn these on, they go into a pairing mode where the app can see them. So I have the app open right now on the phone. If I hit plus add device, I'm going to see if it finds any devices. Most likely it won't because they're not in that mode anymore. So it says searching for nearby devices. It says make sure your device is in pairing mode, which it is not, as we can see. So what I'm going to do is flip the switch off and back on and see if they go into pairing mode. Oh, they're all flashing now. Okay, it says discovering devices. It found 2 of them. Well, okay, one of them's added, so one of them has a check mark by it. Okay, it's detecting network status. It's adding to the network. Okay, one of them solid. Both of them are solid. All of them are added to the network now in the app. Yeah. So they're all on now. They're all in the app. There's 4 of them. And I'm going to power all of them on. So I have total app control now of all these. Okay. And then, so there should be a way to just do the halos on the outside of the light. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into one of them. I was able to touch the light name and it drilled down into the actual controls. So it's got the main light. So I can turn off the main light. You guys can see that light went off. Now, oh, this is fire. This is fire. Do you see it? Oh, oh my God. Oh, shut the hell up.
What?
This is nuts. This is leisure.
We like leisure.
That's kind of cool.
That one's kind of
And then this is rhythm. So that's about it. My mind's blown right now. Okay, we're back in here with the Lumary RGB AI smart lights. And we learned so much stuff about these. They're on its setting right now on the auxiliary light. Now there's main light and there's auxiliary light. They both cannot be on at the same time, unfortunately. They have to be one or the other. But you can see the lights on right now on the auxiliary. And inside the app here, you've got a bunch of different presets. One of them is called Leisure. And then inside of the Leisure, there are all these presets. There's 4 tabs and presets for the lights that you can put in that changes their colors and their pattern. So yeah, these lights are awesome. They do a lot of different cool things. They can sync to music, and you have both the main light or the auxiliary light that you can turn on. And I will show you guys more of this online. We just finished installing our recess lighting from Lumary, badass AI lighting. Now, what we're doing is we have to have power on top of our closet system in order to have lights up on the top of the closet system. They were going to install the lights, but it was too expensive for them to do it, so I decided why not get a sponsor. So Lumary is a proud sponsor of this video. They supplied all the lights for the closet and for the garage. So this is me running wire from the existing receptacle up through the wall and up to the top so that when they install the closet system, I have something to tie in my electrical to. Okay, we got our island right in front of me here that we need to build from IKEA. I went ahead and started opening it up to see what was inside. I'm kind of dreading it, but there's no way around it. This thing has to be built, and this is going in the center of the closet. It's very heavy, so I'm just going to start moving things over to the other side of the room where I can work. All right, I just finished the island for the closet. It is right here, fully built. You can see it has 6 drawers right here to keep stuff in, which I'm hyped about. So I have extra storage in the closet. It'll sit right in the center and I can put my clothes on it when I do laundry to pick up my clothes. This thing came out good. This is IKEA. I will not be sponsored by this, but I'll put a link in the description to this guy. It's finished on the back too, which is nice. And it is on casters. So yeah, that's all done. Hey, what's up everybody? You guys saw the first part of the video where we installed these Lumary lights into the closet. I have been putting this part of the project off for a long time. This is the SCSR garage. We have what is called BR mesh lights up here. I forget the actual model number of them or the name, but they were mesh lights, meaning they don't use Wi-Fi. They actually use Bluetooth and they connect to the nearest device that supports smart home. These have been going out for a while. This one up here is already out. You can see when it's on blue, it does not work anymore. So my plan today is to get up on this step stool, go ahead and remove these lights and replace them with the Lumary RGB AI lights that are sitting so fresh right here on the table. This is the mission for today. I'm gonna get up on that ladder and I'm finally gonna replace all these lights so I can finish this video. Let's get to work. So I don't remember exactly what I did with these when my sister came over. We put these in together and that was one time when the GoPro fell directly to the ground. I don't know what we did as far as wiring. I'm gonna pop one of these lights off and see what exactly I did to this thing, because I don't remember if I used quick connectors or wiring nuts, and that's a big factor in how long this possibly could take. So really, the only thing is these clips absolutely destroy your hand. So you got to make sure your fingers are not in when you take these clips off. Now there should be a light box right here, which there is. This is going to make a mess. Oh, this is that style. These are the push-in style. Oh man. Okay. I don't remember how these work. Oh boy. All right. Well, this style right here pushes in. I'm not sure how you get them out. Let's see. Ah, this little door comes off. They're not push-in. They are just straight up screws. So I got my screwdriver here. I don't know if it's going to work for these screws, but all I should have to do is, I'm trashing these lights, by the way, afterwards. So I should just be able to take this screw off and take these lights directly out. All right, I'm going to attempt this first one. Let's see what I can do. That was easy. Now, unfortunately, if you just touch the ceiling, it turns white. So there's some little white specks around there, but that light's done. Let's test it. There we go. So now we only have to do that 8 more times. Okay, I've got the next 4 lights out. I might as well go ahead and pre-wire them, at least. So I'm doing that right here and right now. I'm just gonna I've got 2 of them done already. I need a total of 9 lights. They all come with wiring nuts that we don't need. So I'm just gonna push on the connectors for these. If they have grounds up in the ceiling, I'll use the grounds. I just can't remember. And at the same time, I can push out one of the Romex poles. But yeah, these are simple. They just go on like this. You push them straight on like that. And a third one, if it's a ground, I'll check up in the ceiling. Those 4 are ready. All right, we're ready. We're ready to go back and continue our project. All of my new garage lights have been added to the app. Now, as you can see, we have separate control over all of them. I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the dream color. I turned on 2 of them. You can see the red right there, see red right there, and I am turning on all the other dream color. They are all defaulting to red. Those are all red now. Check it out. Are they all red? Forgot one of them. Now they're all red. Now let's go ahead and put a scene on these guys. Let's just see what looks cool. It'll be better at night. You can see Iceland blue running running on that one. I'm gonna go ahead and switch off all of the main lights. I'm just switching off the main lights in the app and leaving the dream color. So now you can see we have all reds and one Iceland blue is the name of that scene. So all we have to do now is go to our old routine that turned the lights off and on at dusk and update it with these new lights, and they will come on at night and stay on most of the night, all the night actually, and they light up the garage door. Looks pretty cool. Okay, what you're seeing in this scene basically is them prepping my closet. They're getting rid of all of the metal wire shelves that are in the closet right now. After they do that, they're going to start prepping to put in the new closet system. Let's watch them go and see how it goes. Have a good bit of the work done here. You can see all of the shelves and the panels right here. Anyway, they've got this much done right now, so they'll be back in here working on this in a little bit. You can see my shoe racks are right here in front of me. They're starting on all these other things and the panels that go between the walls to kind of hide all that. So yeah, everything is starting to take shape here. They're going on to the next step, which I believe is going to be installing all the things inside the cabinets, or either it'll be the panels on the wall. Not sure yet, but we'll update you guys when something changes. We're back in the awesome Supercar Street Racing closet, and it looks like this was finished last night. Everything is in place now except electrical, and that is my mission today, to get electrical done and the lights installed in the closet. So my first step is I already have electric up here. It needs to be tied in down here, but what I'm going to do first is finish this top part, and then I am going to tie it in. Then I'm going to install all these lights. It should be fun. I have all my tools here. I've got to cut an electrical box, but the interesting thing is I could not find my levels anywhere. I don't know where they are. I must have left both of them somewhere on a project because I've got no levels. So I'm going to be guessing at this Newark template box that I'm putting up above the closet. Not that it matters because it will be literally up here. Nobody will see it, but I think it's actually very difficult to do with no wires already through the hole. So I think I'm going to cut a little slice into my template there so that I can slide this down over it and cut a square that I'm just going to eye. That looks very level right there. So I think that's what I'll do. Cut a little slice out there and then get to work. I got my power all tied in up there, and I got my electrical box mounted. Now, these wires are hot. I have to turn off the power to do this, or I can just do a little bit of prayer while I do it and see if I can maybe not get shocked. But that's what I'm doing next. I'm tying in the bottom part to power. We're just gonna test it. We got our hole. This works perfect. Let's proceed and make a big mess. Okay, I started wiring up a couple of the boxes, basically one feeding the next one, so I have all my stuff here to do that with. I can basically pre-wire these here and then take them up there and fix everything up in the ceiling. So that's what I'm doing right now. I am actually doing some electrical work here. Okay, in this scene, you can see I took my already prepped wiring and I went ahead and started installing the recessed lighting on the shelves themselves. They look really cool. You can see me here kind of finalizing things and getting ready for the next steps. All right, I just wiped down the entire closet. All the sawdust from installing the lights are gone. I am bummed out because I have half of the new version lights that can do this and half of the old version that can only do that. So I'm trying to figure out, am I going to go ahead and rip all these lights out and do everything? Because I have to rewire everything because the LED drivers are different. But my next thing is I'm going to get down here on the floor. I'm going to clean this entire floor with rags and a cleaning supplies. So you guys can watch me do that. I'm literally going to get on my hands and knees and clean this whole entire floor. All right, it's the next day and I did get the motion sensing switch put in. It works great. It turns these lights on up here at the top that are in the ceiling. The other lights are not on the switch. They come on via the app or via smart. I have one more step, and that is I'm going to be using Lumary's rope light on the top of the closet. So what I want to do right now is simply get this up there and wired in so we can install the rope light. There's only 2 plugs up there, so I'm going to be using this splitter. This is 16 feet, so it's not long enough to go all the way around, but it will go most of the way. So unfortunately, I would need a 30-something foot one. But yeah, I'm gonna get up here and install this light as best I can. Okay, we got our LED rope light installed above the closet and it looks freaking awesome. That's what it looks like with one of the scenes that I could pick. There is nothing up here, but then again, it probably doesn't need anything up there. It came out awesome. I'm very happy with the Lumary products. I just have to change out all the lights that are put in that are V1s. I have to change out to V2, which is going to involve wiring. Basically, the V2s can do white light and dream light at the same time. The V1s cannot, so I only have 2 in here that can do that. But anyway, so that's it. That's a wrapped up project here, and you can see my IKEA island just rolls nicely right here into the center. Then I have a place to put laundry when I pick it up, and also I have storage down here for hats and gloves and things like that, like winter clothes, and my other hats are on this shelf here. And I still have plenty of space. I have room, well, I will have room for 4 more pairs of shoes at the top as soon as they lower those shelves. So for now, it is full though, and I have 1 pair right here. But yeah, it's definitely very cool and I love it. All right, guys, we're back in Studio B again with this Lumary project and my closet being wrapped up. Basically, it was a great project. It did cost a little bit of money, but I always wanted a better closet. Now I have a cool closet. Lumary and Closet Factory both hooked me up on this project, so we got it done, and we used the Lumary 4-inch Pro smart Wi-Fi downlights, and the outside edge of them changes colors, which is very cool. We also use the Lumary LED rope light on top of the closet, and we have a motion sensor switch in there to turn everything on. They're all smart, so they all work with the motion sensor switch. And then also we redid my entire garage with the same Lumary 4-inch lights, and we did 6-inch Lumary RGB lights in the garage as well. We added those. Pick up your Lumarys from the link in the description. Thank you, Closet Factory. Thank you, Lumary, and thank you guys for 255,000 subscribers. It is absolutely awesome. You guys just gave me my first million view video too, which I'm really hyped about. Thank you for watching this. We love Lumary, Closet Factory, everyone else on the planet Earth. We got to get out of here.